It's time for the Gettin Outdoors podcast, Town Country United Bank Lake Millers Ferry Weekend Hunting and Fishing Report. A weekly update on water conditions, ramp events, generating schedule, what's biting, and seasonal hunting information with outdoor reporters Joe Allen Dunn, Kevin Sims, and Shane Jones. This weekly hunting and fishing report is brought to you by the good folks at Town Country United Bank in Camden, Alabama, serving their customers for over 40 years. Town Country United Bank's highest priority is satisfied customers. Now, here's your weekend Lake Millers Ferry hunting and fishing report.
Come summertime, we're feeling fine, fishing on the lake, flipping jigs and Carolina rigs, from early morning till real late. Bonfires on the creek bank, kick back a couple beers. Yeah, we command the outdoors around here. Yeah, we command the outdoors. Yeah, we command the outdoors. Next year's doesn't till you know winter's on the way. Brushing blinds and deer stands. Fever starts to creep. Fill our freezers full of ducks, lots of tender deer. Yeah, we command the outdoors around here. Yeah, we command the outdoors. Yeah, we
another one on the B&B Silver Shade.
So grab your guns and shells, boys. Put on your camouflage. 'Cause we command the outdoors around here. We command the outdoors.
Team Bigfoot in the house.
Shane Jones, Crockett.
First one, 2023, Smackdown.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Gettin Outdoors podcast 246, Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report. My outdoor reporters Kevin Sims and Shane Jones, and Joe Allen is up in the mountains at Dollywood watching toy trains and sitting in Santa Claus's lap. So we won't get no reports from him today. I just got through doing the podcast with old Dip Bell at Cornwallis, and we talked about that big doe contest he's going to have in December, and it's a great event for all our area food banks, and I urge everybody to buy a ticket and get involved in that Cornwallis big doe contest. All the information is in the details of this podcast. Please, oh please, consider getting into it. Shane, we missed you last week, my friend. You missed Crappie Cast last week. What y'all gonna do on Crappie Cast tomorrow night?
Oh, man, we're going to catch up since we missed a week. Outlaw Rods is giving another rod away live on the show. And I guess next week we're going to give away these 2 Outlaw Rods and a trip with me. So we're going to give away 2 trips in a row. I figured we'd do it right before Christmas and get somebody fired up. So I got a 14-foot and a 5-foot Outlaw rod and a trip with me for the day. So we're going to give it away next Thursday, not this Thursday. So
okay, well, I'll be. And when you give away a trip with you like that, it's just up to the person that wants to go. How does that work, Shane?
Yeah, usually they win it and they try to get with me, and we try to get something on the book. Some of them say, "Hey, man, I want to wait till springtime," which is fine. Or some of them maybe, "Hey, I want to go here and there." We'll try to book it, and it's up to them to really keep in contact with me because I'll get busy and forget, and I'd rather just, hey, they text me, say, "Hey, what are you thinking February, January, or whatever?" We'll get together and go get it done and go catch some fish and have some fun.
All right. This weekend, we got a squirrel tournament going on in Coffeyville at the Coffeyville Baptist Church. Weigh-in's going to be from 10:30 to 12 o'clock. It's no entry fee. It's individual competition, and you just bring your bag of squirrels in, have them weighed, and it will be a meal, a speaker, and a great raffle. They got some great raffle tickets A lot of stuff to give away. That's this Saturday, Coffeeville Baptist Church, Coffeeville, Alabama. And if you have never seen Christmas on the River in Demopolis, Alabama, to Demopolis City Landing, they have a barbecue championship, and that nautical parade and fireworks is something to see this time of the year. They do a great job with that. Todd Prater did I put it on my Facebook page. He did a interview with the guy that does those floats, and they put a lot of work, a lot of money into those floats for that Christmas parade on the river there in Demopolis, Alabama. So that'd be something to go see if you're in that area. Also, Shane, up on Lake Sunday Crappie Series, they'll be having their tournament out of Beeswax Landing. That's Sunday morning. Sign up at 6:30 at Beeswax Landing. $125 a boat. You can have 5 people per boat. All the information is on the Lake Sunday Crappie Series Facebook page. I'm not very familiar with that lake at all, but what do you expect up there, Shane?
They ought to start catching some weight. If that rain doesn't mess them up, they're catching. I seen Jeff Jowers was catching some big fish this week, so they're starting to get on that main river, and there'll be some fish weighed in. So I'm sure Aaron Knight and Kevin Hicks and Dustin Headley, he's the one that helps put it on. They'll have a pretty good little tournament.
Well, good. All right, the Wilcox Area Chamber Big Buck Contest is going on. We had the Big Doe Contest this weekend. We'll give you the results of that when we get to the Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report. Also, the Pineapple Hunters Appreciation Day Westmore Big Buck Hog Contest. A big announcement today from Alabama Bass Trail. Alabama Bass Trail has got 2 Chevrolet dealers in Alabama, one in the north and one in the south. The one in the north is Landers McCarty Chevrolet in Florence, Alabama, and the one in the south, McGraw-Webb Chevrolet in Camden, Alabama. And they are wrapping those new, I think they're 2500 HD trucks, and they'll bring them down here to Camden next Thursday, I think, Kay will, and do a big photo op. But I talked to Edgar McGraw today, and we're getting together with him. Me and him and Kay are getting together tomorrow, and he is going to offer some type of incentive. If you're driving in a McGraw-Webb Chevrolet and you win one of the ABT South tournaments, it's going to be a pretty good incentive. So I will make that announcement when we decide what he's going to do. But we got some skin in the game in Camden, Alabama, and Alabama Bass Trail now. And Kay said those trucks are looking awesome. I can't wait to see them. What about the Ranger theft over in Bashai, Kevin? You heard anything about it?
I have not heard any more details on it other than, there was some more details given out. The Ranger had handicapped, had the sidebar removed on the side. It had a 5-point harness in it. There was some other handicapped stuff. It'd be easy to know if you see it. Anybody sees it on the road. Just to be on the lookout for it, but I hadn't heard any if it was found or not.
That was on Thanksgiving too, wasn't it? Thanksgiving night, wasn't that
Wednesday
right?
night before Thanksgiving, I think.
And that was the same night they broke in McGraw-Webb Chevrolet, and they didn't get anything, but they broke in. I reckon they were looking for the car keys, but they had them locked up in the safe. So be careful. I tell you, it's some roguish jokers around here. Right now, I got a call from John Biggs the other day with Venison LLC. He said Venison LLC is not taking any more quartered deer. So if you are going to take your deer to Venison LLC, just take the whole deer up there, field dress it. Don't take any quartered deer. He's not accepting any quartered deer anymore. So heads up on that. That's all I got. I do want to share this before we get into the Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report, because I got some awesome pics. This was Thanksgiving morning right there. Robert Jones sent me that. That's the sunrise on Thanksgiving morning right there on Lake Millers Ferry, the Alabama River. And then right down the river at Prairie Bluff, that was sent to me by Miss Sarah Smith. That was right there at Prairie Bluff. So it was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Thanksgiving Day, and it was like y'all. A lot of y'all ate fish. I ate turkey and didn't go fishing, but we got some hunting and fishing to talk about. And let's talk about it right now. And let's talk about the Town Country United Bank hunting and fishing report for the weekend of December the 1st through the 3rd, 2023. December the 1st is here. Look who's tuned in. He's in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee, tuned in. I wonder what he's doing. Rick, he's got his little flannel pajamas on, laying up by the fire, sipping on some eggnog. Kevin, Rick, that's what he's doing.
He's probably in a fishing store picking out some fishing lures.
I see Adam Ackers on here, buddy. He had a darn good weekend. He sent me some pictures of some crappie he caught on the Warrior River, and that picture of him and all them squirrels. Now he had a squirrel hunt over the weekend. I guarantee you that. All right, the Millers Ferry Powerhouse tomorrow. Now you see us for tomorrow. Tomorrow will be November the 30th. They are pulling water from 4 a.m. to 10 a.m., 72 megawatts. That is 3 units. And at Jones Bluff from 3 a.m. to 9 a.m., 50 megawatts. That is 3 units. Well, it's actually 2.5 units, but it's called. If you listen to the phone, it would be 3 units, but looking at the megawatts, it would be 2.5 units. So that's why we have the megawatts now instead of the telephone, the unit. Temperature, I just got a text from Mike Letkins. It's 56 degrees down below the dam, and above the dam, I'm getting reports at Roland Cooper State Park, 58 degrees. So, Shane, that's what you've been waiting on.
It's got to get a little colder. It's got to get on down there. It's like I said, it'll get down in the mid 50s and stay there.
All right, catfishing. I have not had any catfishing reports other than from the Roland Cooper State Park. It's some guys putting out some trout lines and limb lines and jug, and they've been catching a few catfish. I hadn't heard anything from Big Mama Bryant, but Kevin, the water is in pretty darn good shape. You went Friday, so it's in pretty good shape.
I was very, very surprised how clear the river still was after the rain that we got, the 4 inches of rain. It was still clear, and even the creeks were fishable. I mean, they were dirty, but they weren't. They wasn't like you wasn't making a track in it when you fished in it. Because I was surprised that we didn't have that it wasn't as dirty, wasn't unfishable in certain places.
All right, we're about a month away. Well, we are a month. Let's see. Friday will be 1 month till we have our annual New Year's Day jugging contest. Me and you gonna be in it for sure.
Right.
I don't know if Joe Allen. I don't know how he's gonna jug from the bank because he ain't got no boat. I don't know how
he still got the aluminum boat. He got the aluminum boat.
Okay. Well, him and
we might let him get in there with us. Just like we just had to pull all his decision making when we get started.
Well, he'll have to have the hook. He'll have to have the hook. We'll just give him the hook.
Yeah, that's right.
But anyway, what about catfishing right now? Somebody's coming catfish, jugging, still in play. It just doesn't seem to be as much catfishing going on as it usually is.
Well, the bait was kind of weird the other day. That places where I normally see a lot of bait this time of year, I wasn't seeing bait. And then, like, you go up there in some real shallow water, there'd be a little bit of bait. They're real small. These shad were little. And then I say, well, maybe they all shallow, the bait. Then you go up to the next point up there, out there on the river like that, and you see fish busting on them. I mean, it's just weird. The bait's all scattered out and up, shallow, deep. I don't know. It's just, I think we're still transitioning. I think the fish are still kind of like, they ain't like got lined up yet.
Did you see that that post I got from Bermuda, Alabama, where they had catawba worms on the trees this time of the year?
Well, Big Daddy, it's the dangerous thing. We had the little storm come through here the other day. I got a live oak tree hanging over my truck. And, ain't been no acorns yet. I went out the door this morning to go to work like that. It's like I was walking on ball bearings on a crutch. I turned the light on because I thought it was like the ground was froze. I was walking on froze leaves. It was solid acres. Like just dropped this weekend. You know, I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, catfishing, I guess you just gonna have to bait's the key to it this time of the year, isn't it, Kevin? You just got to get
fresh bait. The temperature. You probably still you can do a little river fishing. You probably do a little bit of intermediate fishing. I mean, they're not gonna be up there they're not gonna get back there in the dirt. In the real shallow water yet. But they sniff around.
I talked to Travis this afternoon, and he caught some good catfish jugging. When was it, Shane? Yesterday, day before yesterday?
He told me he went out. Yeah, he went out and threw some jugs out. Just put some hours on his boat. Said he caught 10, I think, good ones.
Yeah, had 10 good ones. Now, I don't know what he was using for bait, but Travis, like I do, he can get that bait now.
Yeah,
I think he got some shad. He was telling me about using the live scope and casting the net. He said he couldn't. He said he had to buy him a good net because his net wasn't falling. I said, man, you got to time it just right. Those shad are moving. It's not going to fall on him instantly, He said he's going to figure that out. So
he's going to figure it out. I tell you what, he's going to be dangerous. This time next year, he's going to be dangerous, Kevin.
Yeah, that's a fact. That and that catching shad whenever the shad are scattered like they are, that live scope is a big deal. And that's like it's a pretty. Now, one of us needs to get a good video of that to show people. When you see your net hit the water, you think that net's going down flat. It goes down like an umbrella when it's going down. It's getting smaller. So if you throw a 4-foot net and you throw it in the water like that, now you got 2 foot of net going down. I mean, it actually going to shrink that much.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, it's so much easier with that live scope. Even if with a 4-foot net, if you see that big ball of shad, you can get right in the middle of it.
That's true. But that when your net shrinks up like that, if them shads in 10, 15 foot of water, they gone before that little net gets there. Or if you miss a foot one way or the other, then they gone.
I wouldn't throw it unless I seen a school.
6 or 7 foot net, like that.
It'd have to be a big school before I threw it. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Oh, Big Bama Bryant's on here. What's going on with the catfish, Big Bama Bryant? I believe he done got like Joe Allen. I believe he done quit fishing. I ain't seen him. Have you seen him out there lately?
Oh, no. Bama, he probably working a little overtime. DOT man got him coming to the mill the other day.
He called me and asked me what an overweight ticket was. I said, it don't matter. You just got to go pay it because you can't get them fixed no more like you used to.
Yeah.
If you get one, you just got to pay it.
Well, he was 90, so they allow you 8. And then if you're over, so he's gonna pay a 10,000 pound over. I don't know what.
Yeah, over 80,000. They give you 10%, 88. And if you go over that,
they give you 88 as long as you're under 88. But the ticket that goes back, they get you 10 over. Then they go back to 80 on the ticket if you go over 88.
That's exactly right. That's exactly. All right, let's go to crappie fishing. I went Saturday, had a good day, caught 15. Shane went Saturday, took some clients. That was a little work for him, but Shane did something Sunday that nobody else did. He got out there in that rain, and boy, you had a good one. Them 8, 9 you caught was some good.
I did. I had a good one. I had a little charger issue, and of course I got it resolved. They sent me a new charger. Me and Jimmy had a real good day Friday. We had a good, Friday. We had a real good day Friday. We kept 45 pretty good fish. So.
I talked to Jimmy this evening. He said he learned something. He said he ain't taking 45 crappie home no more and clean them. So that's too much work.
I told him, I said, you want these? He goes, man, you sure you don't want us? I said, man, I'm good. We loaded him down.
Hey, Rob Brooks wants to know who in Canada can install a live scope. I can tell you, Taylor Ward is good on
Yeah,
one.
carry it on to CT Wars. That's right. They'll do it.
I guarantee you, he put mine in, and I just upgraded from my Helix 7 to a Helix 10. He's going to put it in too. So, Rob, take it to CT Ward and Power Sports. They darn sure do a good job there. All right. You and Jimmy caught a bunch in Demopolis. Jimmy Hagan had a good day on the Tom Bigby River. I got a good picture from my little buddy River Pate up there around. He's up there, I'm sure, around Chilachi Creek. They caught some good crappie. We already mentioned Adam Acker on the Warrior River. The Lay Lake Sunday tournament Sunday. Mike Letkins had a good day today. He said the water temperature is 50 to 56, and they have gone shallow, deeper. Shane, what are you saying? Give us a report. Now, if you come into Millers Ferry or to Memphis this weekend, we're talking about a 4-inch rain coming in Friday. What do you think is going to happen?
I still don't think it's going to do anything to the river because all the creeks are so low. I mean, it, like Kevin said, then you might get some washout from the side of the banks in the creek, but they're so backed up. I don't think the river have any color at all. If it's cooling off, those fish are going to be on the move, and hopefully you can find the top that they're resting in, at the time, or the stump, because when they fix to get ready to get in gear and start moving. So, like I said, the place where me and Travis caught them a few weeks ago, it's been kind of empty, so I know those fish are on the move. And as that water cools on down, they're going to start following shad more and more. And then, might catch them in the top resting. You might be able to pop you a few or on a stump. But you just got to be mobile, man. Just like it's like Kevin said, it's a transition time. They're not stacked anywhere right now. They're fixing to get ready to run. So you got to cover some water and find out where they are.
Well, let me tell you, I'll say it, told you, I have upgraded, had the Helix 10 side imaging, mega side imaging, $600 off this week, and I bought me one. I'm upgrading from the 7. I talked to John Farmer about it. He said it's going to be a huge.
Oh, yeah.
I have been using that side imaging since you taught me that, Shane, and I don't even fish the same places I used to fish anymore. It is so many stumps on that route that I'd never seen before that I'm finding with that side imaging. And let me tell you, it's fish on them.
Exactly. You find the right stump, I mean, you'll have to catch a couple 2-pounders or bigger on them here in this month and next month for sure. And like I said, the hormones are starting to get in them fish. I'm going to Florida, and they're a few weeks ahead of here, but the hormones are going to get going in those black crappie. I'll be catching some big white crappie along with them black crappie. So they're out there, getting ready. The last 3 or 4 big white crappie I've caught, they've been out there with them. So.
Oh, Rex Martin said he saw you out there Sunday. He was in the rain too.
Yeah, he's probably the one I seen because I seen one boat. I sure did.
Crappie fishing right now is just, I mean,
it's fixing to get good. Like I said, you have to be patient, don't get frustrated, and hey, if you're blessed to have electronics, use them things, man. Hey, use them. Hey, go by a place that, man, that stump looked pretty good. Let me go put my live scope on it, or down scan and go over the top of it, because right now they're 14 to 18 foot deep, so you're not going to spook them. So you can go over with a down scan and look at it real good,
And to get it tuned in, and you got all that on your Facebook page, Shane.
Yes,
not only that live scope, but the side imaging, hummingbird side imaging.
Yeah, somebody can message me. I'll send them the picture. I've got a picture where it's got the settings, the dynamic contrast, and the stuff on it that John shared with me a while back. But that's why yours is set up with those settings, and you can start identifying some of those crappie on those stumps. And
absolutely. All right, let's talk about bass fishing. The Monroe County Bass Anglers had their After Turkey Day Classic Friday. You fished in it. Kevin, Joey, and John McCall won it with a 15.76 bag. James McCreevy had a 14.44. Dale Westmoreland and Larry Bullock had a 13.80. And Keith and Tony Tarver had 13.14 with a 4.94. Now, why ain't you in that top 4, Kevin?
Well, I had a pretty tough day. That I think we kind of like overthought it a little bit first thing and kind of went backwards. But the big thing was all the largemouth. I went largemouth fishing, and it looks like that all the winners had largemouth. There was a few spots scattered in there, but the big fish were all largemouth. And I don't know if it was a bad day. Because, I mean, had the same old thing. A lot of those 8, 9, 10 pound fish. That's what I had. Had 5 fish, probably weighed in between 9, 9.5 pounds, possibly 10. And I talked to 7, 8 fishermen that did the same thing. And And I saw there was some really good spot fishermen that do it year round there that had 9-10 pounds too. Gabe King and his dad. I mean, I kind of penciled them in. That's the people to beat right there. And the spots just didn't do it. I'm not sure if it was the why it didn't. If the water run out on them when they stopped the current or what. But I was expecting the spots to be a little stronger in the limits.
Me too, because I got some big spot pictures, that week before that tournament. So I just think the spots were going to win it. And
I had talked to Leon, and Leon and they went spot fishing that morning, and then I think they swapped over trying to catch a few largemouth after that. They didn't land on them like they thought they would.
All right. Well, if you're going to come bass fishing on Millers Ferry this weekend, what would you do, Kevin?
Yeah, current, bait, that's going to be your key factors, and the temperature moving down the fishing should progressively get better. But still gonna have to get you got to get where they're feeding at. You can hear a turkey over here on this hill. If he don't want to come over, you ain't gonna call him over. You got to get where they're at. But your cuts I think some of your major creeks, major sloughs that's got like some water moving in them. Like after this rain where you have some flow coming in there, I think you'll be able to be going there and catch some fish. It ain't gonna be like shallow fishing, but secondary points and stuff like that. Some of this there's not a lot of green grass, but there's some of this dead grass that's starting to mat up a little bit. If that makes sense, where they sprayed it, so it's kind of flat, laying right side the grass is still standing, and the fish we caught, that's where it come from. They come out from under that, but they weren't like deep under. They were kind of out there as deep as they could get and get a little bit of shade. They wasn't, like you flipped in there 6 inches too far, then you didn't get no bites. You had to kind of stay out on the outer edge of it. But it was, I think them fish, they was wanting to feed, but something high pressure, because the clouds all had it. When the sun finally came out Friday, they had a flat bottom on them. It was like weird looking. I think we had a high pressure sail that front that came in, and I don't know if that's what had the spots messed up or what. I don't know, but it was kind of a weird morning. What were y'all throwing at them? I was fishing moving baits. I threw everything I had: chatterbait, spinnerbait, swim jig, square bill crankbait, and Tristan. He was back there. He got back there and put his head down with a big rod and a big line, and flipping in there. He caught 3 flipping like that, and then we kind of give up on it, went out in the river and caught our other 2 keepers out in the river on our crankbaits, but it wasn't any current like a pond. I mean, we pulled up on a pot spot and we floated upstream. I mean, it just, we caught 1-2 decent spot and 1 little small largemouth to make our limit. All right, well, let's go to deer hunting, because let me tell y'all something. And I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong. I don't know how many hours I spent over the Thanksgiving holidays posting pictures of deer y'all sent me, and I'll tell you what, it was some kill. Brody killed him a nice one. That was a huge deer, huge body. His horns were, Alabama horns, but that deer, he looked like a horse laying up on that tailgate. Lizzie Lawler killed one Thanksgiving Day. Anna Lee McGraw. Lane Jones's little sister, Reese Jones, killed her a nice one. I tell you what, they are using the blood trailing dogs. Old Tiger got him a nice one. Talk about that a minute, Shane.
Yeah, my brother sent me a picture right here, not far from his house. Tiger went out there, and that's I shot a doe a few weeks ago, and just to get Tiger in the mood, he has to get in gear. He knows exactly what to do. Tiger, he's trained with that indigital gland on the deer's hoof. It doesn't have to be blood. So when a deer's stressed, they got a gland in their hoof, and that's what Tiger's trained. He went to Louisiana and done that. So to get him in gear, to realize, hey, it's hunting season for him, I brought him over to the doe. I seen the doe, where she landed, where she lay when she passed away. But Patrick found a real nice buck. It was for a little old girl. It was a real nice 8-point. Just typical 120-inch 8-point Alabama deer. But they're finding them. I see them posted everywhere. There's some deer getting dropped, and we haven't got into the real good part of the season. I mean, I was looking at my camera before the show started. Some bucks are starting to kind of stand and look at some does right around here. So it won't be long. Christmas is usually pretty good up here where I live, but it won't be long, and they'll start killing some bucks. They already started to kill some, but I think those bucks are being patterned, over corn and everything else, not really chasing. And
Yeah,
it's coming.
it's coming, and it's coming fast.
Well, technology is making deer hunting like just like the live scope did. These cell phone cameras have revolutionized. Because I don't think I ever remember seeing this many horns this early in the year.
You're right. I mean, hey, people are using that technology to their advantage. They're killing. I mean, Big Daddy's posted some 5, 6, 7-year-old bucks. I mean, I'm not talking about no 3-year-old deer. I'm talking about some mature, smart bucks. And I'm like, man, that's impressive. I mean, congratulations to everybody that does it. But it won't be long though. The rut's fun, and that's that. But like the camera I'm running, I wasn't going to go in there till the wind started blowing out of the north, because I've got 7 gobblers coming in there, 8 or 9 does, and how many sets of eyes you got? And now there's 2 decent bucks showed up, so I'm going to try to go hunt them now. But you think all them eyes, you got to kind of watch it, especially them turkeys now.
You talking about technology, we ate supper the other night at the Rack and Reel with old Chris Blunt, and we were talking about the live scope. And when people ask me about the live scope and going with Shane Jones, I tell them, I said, when you go with Shane Jones with a live scope, it's just like going night hunting for deer with a spotlight. That's about the way it is.
I've got a ton. I tell people that all the time. I'm not better than anybody at it. I've got tons of hours, thousands of hours with it. And you learn every little niche, every little trick. Same way with these deer hunters, man. They're learning when to go in there, the time of the day, and watching the wind and what deer show up, don't show up. Is the same way. People are they're thinking about it more than, does it take the fun out of it? I really don't believe it does, because every time we caught 45 crappie with Jimmy, I was fired up, just like I was when I've caught 125. So, it's fun, and technology makes it, to me, it makes it easier for these people that's older, that's retired. If they'll learn that technology, they can go catch some fish and enjoy the last, 8th, 9th inning of their life. A kid, you can get them involved because they can see a lot better than I can, I guarantee you, and you can get them involved catching fish. And, same way with this, a kid can sit there and look at the pictures and get him fired up. My buddy's son, he's 10 years old. He homeschools. Sent me a text the other morning. They text goodbye. He left at 5:30. His son's walking down the hill, sends him a text. He done shot a big old 6-point. And he's 10 years old, got walked down behind the house and got a blind set up, and he's got a vise he puts it in. He's real safe with it. The kid knows what he's doing. So I think that's awesome, because they get to check their own cameras and everything. So
Absolutely. All right, we had the Wilcox Area Chamber Big Buck Contest, first of 3 drawings Sunday. Congratulations to Danny Jordan. He won the $250 for the first. The next drawing, I don't know when it'll be, but I'll let y'all know. Also, the Big Doe Contest was this weekend for the Wilcox Area Chamber of Commerce, the first of 2. Josh Thomas was first with a 117-pound doe. Craig Gamble was second with 116 pounds, 1 pound difference. And Ken Chance had one that was 114. So those are some pretty big does. Jeff Bragwell won the Big Buck Contest at the Les Moore Memorial Pineapple Hunters Appreciation Day. Paul Suggs was second. Destiny Dawson was the women's winner. Alexander Terry was the juvenile winner, and Ben Harris was the big hog winner in this weekend's contest. Of course, we got another couple of other big doe contests coming up. Of course, we just got through talking about the Cornwallis big doe contest coming up December the 14th, 15th, 16th. But also the Monroe County Young Farmers Big Doe Roundup is coming up December the 7th, 8th, and 9th. $20 ticket. Christopher Bell's who to call, 251-593-8958. Or Jake Tucker, 251-714-6130. And all that's going to go on at the Frisco City Co-op down there in Monroe County. So it's a lot going on. Denise is in the house, and she's in the house with you.
She's in the house. Her and the dog's over trying to be quiet.
Oh, yeah.
But But anyhow, it was a good weekend. Gonna be another good weekend. If this 4 inches, 3 or 4 inches of rain we're gonna get Saturday or Thursday and Friday don't have any more effect Saturday than the last one did, it's gonna be a good weekend, Shane.
No, sir, I don't think so. Like I said, I think it's going to be sporadic rain too. But like I said, the creeks are so low, Big Daddy. I mean, you go by these creeks and they're dust.
Yeah.
You know, and so the ground's going to absorb a lot of it. I think if you got several days of that and week after week, it's going to end up getting saturated. But usually by this time of year, I see my memories. I'm driving in creeks in Demopolis that are up 3 or 4 feet, and they're not. They're down 2 feet right now. So
I think technically we really need a little color. The river to me,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's unseasonably clear, and I think it's hurting the bite a little bit.
Big time. They got too long to look at stuff, man. Way too long.
And that's right. They're not. If the fish are following the bait and the water's so clear, they're just not taking a chance on artificial bait. You know, that I was talking to some guys that were bass fishing using their live scope. You know, and they're fledglings. They're starting to do this. You know, and said he had a lot of fish that would react to it, and he tried 4 or 5 different presentations, 2 or 3 different baits. You know, but he couldn't make them commit.
That's right. Well, you got to realize, well, the fish got a checklist now. They can smell it, look at it. You know, they got time to make a decision. When that water's muddy, they don't have that time. That's right. They got to react and do it. They ain't got time to check it out and think about it. And right now, you get a crappie, especially, they'll turn up. Here they come. Like, that looks real. I don't smell real. Heck with it. I'm gonna go back. Instead of just saying, hold on just a second. It looks like a shad. I'm fixing to eat it, and that's the thing. They got too much time right now.
Some of them guys said they'd get like 3 or 4 reactions cast before the fish would just leave and lose it.
That's exactly right. And I've noticed, crappie fishing, especially these schooling fish, when you throw in there at them, you got one that's just mad at the world, son. He's going to hit anything, a cigarette butt if it comes in there. And, and he's going to eat, and then the next one's going to be okay, and then they get less aggressive. And then you have to go find another school. Same way with them bass. You're going to get in there and throw one's going to smoke you, and you're going to be like, okay. And then the other ones are going, then you have to go find another school. Same way with these stumps, same way with these tops, guys. You don't sit there all day. If those fish don't come up and bite, get the heck on, man. Move on. Come back later. Say,
move on.
Yeah, say, hey, I'm going to come back later. Y'all better not be biting when I come back. So.
Hey, Shane, you say them fish had too much time like Jalen Middlerow had too much time.
Hey, that's exactly right. Hey,
they put a new highway in up there at Auburn, I heard.
What's that?
431.
That's awful. I feel bad for them Auburn fans. I was talking to a guy at the gym. I was like, man, there's one video of poor old girl. She's videoing herself waiting to cheer at the end, and they throw that touchdown, and it just comes back to her face, and I feel bad for them.
It was
they played a good game, but hey, that's a fun game.
That's what it's all about. Kevin, what about rodeo? We over for the year?
Well, yeah, the semester's fitting to end. I'm sure there'll be something coming up on the PCA. Brody's got all his rodeos in for the finals for PCA, but I'm sure something may come up close he may go do, but the finals be in February in Biloxi, and it'll be like 4 nights in a row down there. I'm not sure where the arena is. It's somewhere in Biloxi, but the buckle ceremony every night will be at one of the casinos.
All right, that's it. Anything else? Shane, tomorrow night, crappie catch. Jones Fishing. Y'all gonna be giving away some stuff.
Give away this 5-foot casting rod right here. This baby stout. We're gonna give it away live. They mail it straight to your house.
Shane, I'm gonna write down me some questions. I'm gonna get on tomorrow night.
Yeah, get on there. Come on. Like I said, I think we'll have a big show, and I don't know how they're gonna give it away. They'll announce it the first of the show. Last time you had to share the WWW Fish Outlaw Rod thing, and we went for the 5th one. We try to keep it in the top 5 or 6, but some people's like saying, I was number 5 or whatever, but mine updates faster than theirs. And I promise you, I'm honest as I can be. So whoever that number is, they going to win it. So.
And the decisions of the judges are final. So
yes, sir. Hey, get on there and win your rod, man. That's, that is a fine rod. John and Jessica's, that's their exclusive rod they use. I've got one over there.
That's on Shane Jones Fishing YouTube and Shane Jones.
Yes, sir. Y'all get on there, and they'll announce it tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. I'll make a video in the morning reminding everybody to get on there. Then the big giveaway by Alpha Plumbing's the next weekend. A guy trip with me, a 5-foot casting rod and a 14-foot outlaw long rod, which is, you're talking about $200-something worth of rods, and the trip with me. It's a good chunk of change. So,
Shane, one of the questions that I get asked about live scope pretty regular, is judging the size of the return that you get in your fish.
Your size of the fish?
Yeah. And I said,
here's the trick, Kevin.
Putting the lines on there and all that stuff.
Here's the trick. Here's the trick. If you mess with your depth, the fish are going to get smaller. So I try to keep mine on 15, even if I'm 7-8 foot of water.
Yeah.
So that way, that size, if it looks like a dime, that's a 1.5 pound fish. You know what I'm saying? If you go to 20 foot, that thing's going to go distance away. So you go to 20, it's going to be a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
But everybody tries to zoom it, their depth, try to run it up where they could see more, but leave it on 15 if you're in 7-8 foot of water. If you're in 15 foot of water, leave it on 15, Yeah. That's the thing. You got to be able to identify that. The more you mess with that depth, it changes the size of the fish.
Yeah. When the geometry of your light, the distance will do the same thing, just like the depth does.
You'll get to where you can identify those things that look like your thumb. I mean, you'll see them, especially if there's little fish around them. But yeah, I just don't mess with your depth. That's the main thing. Don't mess with the depth unless you have to. Get it on 15, leave it there.
Put it in manual and set the depth.
Put it in manual, leave it on 15 and say, hey man, I just caught that fish. That fish is, you're talking about bass, that fish is 4 pounds. I know what a 4-pounder looks like, and try to remember that.
And you repeat, that's right. That's
exactly right.
Yeah.
And I tell you what I'm getting good at, Shane, and this is just from time on the water, is this week I caught some strike, I caught some drum.
There you go.
Catfish, and every one of them are different. Every one of them.
You know exactly how you knew something wasn't right about that fish I'm casting down there anyway. So
yeah.
The stripe sitting there, he is just snapping around. You can see them. Catfish do the same thing. Crappie, they're just like this. That's what they look like. And you see a fish articulating, like swimming. It's usually a carp, a buffalo. You can identify a spoon, but that crappie looks just like that. I promise you, it looks. There's no more than that right there. And it's crazy. The bass,
I saw a video, Shane, where it was showing the guy was showing the difference in like a big crappie and a bass.
Yeah.
Where the bass kind of had that. I mean, the crappie had more of a kind of a oval.
Yes, dime look. That's exactly what they're called. Yes.
It was throwing kind of a twinkle coming off of him.
Right off his head. That's right.
And he said because of the thickness of him, it was giving that little twinkle return off his back because of the depth of how thick the fish was. Yeah. I don't know.
You just have to visually. You have to visually see that fish when you catch it. Remember that. Burn it in your brain.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, I carry people fishing all the time, and they're like, "Them's crappie." I said, "Man, them shad, buddy." And they're like, "Well, I've been throwing it there," because everybody thinks the population's high, that crappie are just everywhere. But it is shad and hickory shad and brim, and hey, catch that fish and say, "Hey, I know what one looks like," and remember it in your brain.
Yeah.
Best advice you can give is catch the darn thing.
Yeah. Catch one and scratch it to memory.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, you going to Florida this weekend?
Yes, sir. I'm headed to Talcon. Hopefully, I'm gonna be fishing in the rain probably, but I'm headed to Talcon, chase some schooling fish, and I'm getting in gear for when these fish on these rivers school. They're gonna be in bad trouble.
What you gonna do, Kevin?
It depends. I want to go fishing, but I said, I'm kind of like that. I ain't starting in the rain, but now like if I can catch a gap in it, I'll go fishing in the rain. But I ain't putting in the rain.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I'll put my rain suit on Sunday morning. I knew I was gonna get wet, but I had some battery issues, guys, and I use Ionic batteries. So does Big Daddy. I'm not sponsored by them, but like I posted on my page, guys, customer service is number one. My charger was acting suspect because my batteries died a little early. They sent me a brand new charger. Because he knows I'm going to Florida. Like I said, I'm not sponsored by him, but that is big to me. Big time.
Yeah, that's that customer, that's just 3 or 4 or 5 companies I know off the top of my head in the fishing industry that top shelf on that.
That's exactly right. Garmin's one of them. So
yeah.
Appreciate it, Big Daddy. I enjoyed it.
Thank y'all. Maybe old Joe Allen will be back next week and he can Well, he did see some bears up there. Maybe he can talk about bears. I don't care nothing about no choo-choo trains and
He's
flannel.
probably gonna buy a new boat while he's up there. He's probably been playing possum. He's probably coming home with a new boat.
I don't care nothing about no choo-choo trains and flannel pajamas. I don't care nothing.
He's trying to model some matching pajamas and riding ski lifts, and he's got a romance, and I understand.
All right, guys. Thank y'all. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week. Same time, same channel on the Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report.
Pap taught me every critter's track and how to set a hair trigger on a trap. He taught me to shoot, scale, and skin and make a snare with a leather strap. He taught me to be a part of the woods and all his woodsy tricks. Said you gotta walk soft on 2 light feet and try not to break no stick. I thank Daddy for my savvy, how to hunt and how to carry anything that I might need to get a piece of skillet meat. How to walk and how to hide, how to crawl and how to slide, how to sneak, stalk and climb and do it all on 2 light feet.